everyone, we'll just take another welcome
Yes.
webinar. We'll wait for another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So that more of our friends can join us, and then we'll start the session and we'll discuss what we decided to discuss today.
Perfect, perfect. In the meantime, just a little intro about myself. I'm a registered migration agent with the MARN number 2217721, and today I've got Gitanjali with me. She's our branch manager and a qualified education agent counselor with the QEACT 274. Today we are here to discuss about the general skilled migration visas for Victoria State nomination. Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Gitanjali. As Kunal said, I'm one of the qualified education consultant at Asia Pacific Group, and I'm the branch manager for our Melbourne CBD office. And we'll be talking in detail about the GSM for Victoria, and hope this session will help you guys to make your decisions and make you clear whether you are eligible, or if you're not eligible, how you can be eligible for Victoria State sponsorship.
So if we could please request, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to mute everyone. We'll go through the sessions first, and if you've got any questions, we would appreciate if you would leave them at the end so that there's a clarity, and at the end we can answer most of your questions.
Yes.
I hope you understand and appreciate that.
So just keep typing in the inbox, and then we'll read all the questions and then we can answer all your concerns.
Good idea.
Yes.
Should we get started?
Yes, I think we got a lot of our friends, then we'll get started.
Perfect.
As Kunal just mentioned, he's Kunal Uberoy, I'm Gitanjali Nahar. We are a part of Asia Pacific Group. We both are located at our CBD office, and today we'll be talking in detail about Victoria State's nomination for 190 and 491 visa.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gitanjali, and welcome everyone. A very good evening to all of you. A disclaimer before we take it any further. So the content of this webinar is generic or general in nature, and we do not advise you to act on the basis of this material. Everyone's circumstances, and they are different, so we please advise you to come and see us if you've got any queries in relation to your pathways or for your general skilled migration. Okay, let's get started.
So as he mentioned, not one to fit all. So please, before making any decisions, do contact him, visit him, book with him so he can evaluate your case and make your plan accordingly, that which is the best suitable pathway for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
And as Kunal just mentioned, that we'll be talking about general skill migration. So what general skill migration is?
Yes, sir. For GSM visas, general skilled migration, as we've already discussed. So there are 3 different visas that fall under this. I mean, there are quite a few, but today we will discuss these major ones in detail. So there is a 491 visa, which is a skilled work regional. It's a provisional in nature, Gitanjali. You get this visa granted for a period of 4 years.
Okay.
So the requirement is that you got to be living in the regional area for a period of 3 years.
Okay.
And after that, you get eligible to lodge your 191 visa, which is a PR. So this is not a PR in nature, it's a provisional visa leading to a PR.
Okay.
Okay. We will discuss about the eligibility criteria in depth in the next slides, but for now, just to let you know, this is a skilled work regional.
Yes.
So the second one we've got is direct PR, which is quite popular amongst all of us.
Everyone wants
wishes
that
to have that visa. So that is a 190 visa called a skilled nominated visa. Again, we will discuss the eligibility criteria in the next or the upcoming slide. Right. Last but not the least, it used to be a we didn't see much of those coming, but lately.
Can you guys hear us now properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you guys hear us?
A little bit better.
Is it a little better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. We'll try to be a bit slow so everybody can hear us properly. But if you
because the voice is too far away from the speaker, I guess that's why.
Let's try this.
Let's try this. Yeah.
Is it better now?
Do you
And
think
it's been, yes, thank you.
maybe the speaker was a bit far, but you might think we are a bit fat now?
That's all right.
Okay, so Kunal was talking about 190 and
So the last one, Gitanjali, like the way I mentioned, it was a white elephant. Everyone was talking about it, but we didn't see that coming for a long number of years. But
yes,
suddenly the department has, actioned these 189, and we have seen lots of 189 invites over the last couple of months.
yes.
So this is a very good visa to consider as well, but this is just a skilled independent. So which means, all right, let's talk in detail in the next
Yes.
slide, okay?
And I think because we covered that, and then I would like to know that if we talk about the, like, I want to know, I am just a student and I got my full skill assessment with me. As I know, a lot of my clients have
Mhm.
already completed their qualification, their PY is done, and now they have their skill assessment, and then they want to know what should be the next step.
So
from
they've
where,
got their skill assessment,
yes,
yeah?
like from
Okay.
where they should start.
Perfect. So how it works, guys? So a general overview. So first of all, so this is basically an invitation visa, right? So the first step is expression of interest. So you go onto the skill select, and because this is a nominated visa, so the state, Victoria State wants to nominate you, and I'm specifically talking about 190 and 41. So the Victoria State wants to nominate you. So they're like, all right, guys, go on to the skill select, create an account, and do tell us in your interest that how many points can you offer to the state. So the general skilled migration points, which I'll talk in a nutshell very soon. So they'll say, submit an expression of interest. That's step one. That will generate a unique identifying code, which is called an EOI ID number.
Yes.
You use that EOI number to then your registration of interest, which is ROI.
RY.
So in that ROI, you tell them the postcode you work in, how much you're making, and the industry you are working in, right? If the state is happy with this proposition, they're like, oh, wow, I'm happy with the points. I'm happy with
Yes.
how much they are contributing to the with economy of the state.
Yes.
They will say, hey, congratulations, we are happy with your offer or whatever you offer us. Please take or accept this invite for nomination. So they will then invite you for a nomination. And that's the time when they would say, hey, please substantiate all the claims that you have made at the time of EOI. We will get into detail of this because that's where the problem arises. People think they can do it on their own. They don't need any professional advice. That's what I have experienced. Most of my clients or who didn't use the proper migration advice getting stuck at, because Gitanjali, you wouldn't believe this, they overclaim.
I know.
And later on, they're not able to substantiate that. And guess what?
They
That invite is obsolete.
and then you're wasting an invite for someone else also.
Absolutely.
So guys, it's very important that you choose a right migration agent for you who can give you a brief information, what you can claim, how you can claim, whether you are eligible or not. So for that, you need to make an appointment with us. Come ask for Kunal. Kunal will be more than happy to assist you guys with your, even if you don't have a skill assessment yet, Kunal can help you with your skill assessment,
Oh, yeah.
process your EOIs, ROIs, everything. So if you just think where to start, do book an appointment and we'll get
Absolutely.
you started.
All right.
Hello, sir.
Sorry, is everything okay?
Sir, can I ask one question, please?
Manpreet, like the way we said, buddy, we are leaving the questions till the end of this seminar or the webinar, yeah? So please
Okay, sir.
be with us and kindly leave your questions till the end of this webinar.
Okay,
Just
sir. Thank you.
that we will be taking all the questions, but we'll be taking all the questions at the end of the webinar so that we'll try to cover maximum questions. So please type in the chat box and we'll be discussing all the questions at
At
the
the
end.
end, okay? So can you guys hear me properly though? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. All right, last step, Gitanjali. So visa application. Once you have submitted your nomination with the department, they're happy with it. They'll be like, perfect. You are now invited. I am either 491 or 190, right? So these are the 4 steps to lodge your PR pathways under 190, 91 visa. Okay.
Yes, so after this, if that I want to lodge an ROI, but I have no idea how I'm gonna be eligible.
Yeah.
What are the basic, I know that we can't cover everything in a webinar, but if you can just give us an overview that what all things are required if I just want to start my process.
Yeah,
What ROI?
absolutely, absolutely. Now let's talk about 190, which is a direct PR. Now you ought to be living and working in Victoria, right? The state does not like you living in a different state doing your one ROI, like most of the other states. They want you to contribute to the state.
Yes.
Show us that you are faithful or loyal to that state, right? The second thing, you ought to be having a positive skill assessment in skill level 1, 2, or 3. And then you ought to be working, even if you're not working in a nominated or a closely related occupation to your assessment, that's fine.
Okay.
Not the requirement anymore. I remember clients getting confused. Oh, sir, previously Victoria had using STEM skills working in a
Yes.
target sector. Great news, guys. Everyone's not aware. That's gone long ago. In August, that was taken. So now the only requirement is that you need in skill level 1, 2, or 3, right? The next requirement coming about or talking about English is your IELTS or equivalent PTE. You need to have at least 6 each in your IELTS or PTE. Okay. I've already touched base on the valid skill assessment in the nominated occupation. Now, the other thing that I want to discuss, no job for 190, you can still apply. And I have had live examples of few of my clients, let's say, for example, electronics engineer sitting at 90 points, no job, they still got an invitation.
Yes.
So, right, so even if you have no job and you're sitting at high points, I strongly advise you to lodge your EOI and ROIs. Okay, last but not the least, the requirement to lodge these visas is you ought to have 65 points. So 60 of your own plus 5 from the state. So that is just a minimum requirement. Ask me, sir, will I get an invite under 65? My honest opinion is probably you won't. Okay, so before you go ahead, otherwise you're just sticking with the points for 2 years, and EOI will then expire, and then you're wasting your time.
Excuse
That's
me.
very important to whatever.
Your voice is breaking down actually.
Oh, it's breaking down again.
Yeah,
Is it better now?
because as you go on speaking, we don't hear in between.
If you feel like, just quickly message me and we'll keep quiet. Try to be slow. And
No. What he's saying is when you talk, it breaks down.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll check, we'll see, we'll listen, and I'll.
thank you. Really appreciate. Really appreciate.
Volume.
Let me mute for now. I think that's
Yeah,
causing
we
us
can.
some. Probably mute it for now. Sorry guys, just properly now.
Can you guys hear us now?
I guess someone is on, not on mute. That's why you can hear some background noise. If you are able to please mute everyone else.
Mute.
And we
Can
can-
please everybody.
Yes.
Guys, can you please mute yourself? Boy G, Jamer, can you mute? Thank you so much. Really appreciate.
All right.
Really, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaymar. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Talking about the 491, which is a regional, as we spoke before. So living and working in a regional area, you must be living and working or be prepared to be living in a regional area. right? Working in a positive or in a skill 1, 2, or 3, and you need to have at least 6 in IELTS or equivalent and a positive skill assessment. So what the state does, if you apply for a Victoria and 1, the state offers you 15 points rather than 5 points. Okay, but again, the requirement is you need to be living and working for a period of 3 years before you're able to apply. Yeah,
And guys, I know a couple of our clients who are eligible for 491, but they just want 189, 190. Don't waste your time for that. Come and contact us and go for your further part so that you don't waste your time.
as I keep saying, a bird in a hand is better than 2 in the flock.
Yes.
So I've had lots of clients who would have already got their invite for 491, and they're saying, sir, what if we wait for 190?
190.
What if we wait for 190? And guess what? They leave that chance
Yes.
of 491. No 190. So please, accordingly, make a
Yes.
wise decision.
Yes.
Now, most popular question.
Yes, I think, and this is one of my favorite questions because my all clients say that your agents keep telling find a level 1 to 3 job, but what is level 1 to 3 job and how I'm gonna know that what job I'm doing, is it level 1 to 3 job?
Correct, perfect. Now, level 1, 2, or 3 job, like if I will give you a quick mantra to find out on your own without probably speaking to a agent. If you go onto the abs.gov.au website, I mean, I shouldn't be sharing it. This is an insight, but I'm happy to for all my viewers today. If you go to the abs.gov.au website, you type in the occupation that you have got or what you are doing, that will tell you what skill level you are sitting at.
Yeah.
So as long as you're sitting in skill level 2 or 3, you are eligible. You meet the eligibility criteria. Plus, of course, you need to have a positive skill assessment in
Yes.
level 1, 2, or 3. That's must. It goes hand in hand. That's the best way to find out if you are working in skill level 1, 2, or 3. Does that make sense?
Yes,
All
for
right.
me, it makes sense.
Perfect. So
And
abs.gov.au that determines or tells you what end score level. Is there end score level 1, 2, or 3? Let's say, for example, if someone says, oh, I'm an Uber driver, what level am I working on? So you probably go on ABS, type in a taxi driver or a
Yes.
driver, and it would show probably you might be on skill level 4 or 5.
Five,
Are you
yeah.
then eligible? No.
No.
Because you
Yes.
need to be in 1, 2, or 3.
Or 3. Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I want to know now, I got a lot of questions, guys, and I'll try that I'll ask all your questions to Kunal so that we don't miss, and then we'll be taking all the questions.
Mhm.
What is the basic requirement if I just want to do my ROI?
Sure. So if you want to do your ROI, again, you need to be having a positive skill assessment. That goes without saying. Positive skill assessment, skill level 1, 2, or 3.
Yes.
And then you ought to be working in a skill level 1, 2, or 3, right? And you need to have at least 4 weeks of pay slips,
Okay.
right? And on top of that, you require an employment contract as well. Okay. So for 190, as I said previously, even no job meets the requirement. So please speak to your respective migration agents and they will be able to assist you further.
What are the EOI requirements so that I can, I can check my eligibility, whether I can go ahead with ROI and EOI?
Yeah, again, Gitanjali, not aged more than 45, English, IELTS, 6 band each or equivalent in PTE, and a positive and a valid skill assessment in skill level 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, so guys, we just had a discussion on what are the basic requirements. But again, book your appointments, do visit us, and we'll help you.
Let's change the slide
Yeah.
to
This one here. Yes.
the way out for skill level 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what if I have a positive skill assessment? I got my PT NRT sorted, but I don't have a level 1 to 3 job. So
Correct.
can I still take
All
a
right.
chance and might get my 190,491.
Let's give you the way out. So this is not for every profession, but we are trying to cover most of the, occupations for which people, do ponder as to try to work in those skill levels 1, 2, or 3 without doing much or tweaking much,
Yes.
right? So let's say, for example, you are an accountant. You've got a positive skill assessment from CPA as an accountant,
Yes.
but you are currently working as accounts payable.
Yeah.
So if you look onto the ENSCO website or the abs.gov.au, accounts payable falls under skill level 4,
Yes.
which is eligible, is it? So if you change your designation with the same employer, because they don't have to change much, all they have, the duties and responsibilities remains the same.
Yeah.
It's just the tweaking of the designation as a
Yeah.
bookkeeper that will hold you eligible, because bookkeeper now falls in a skill level
1, 2, 3.
3.
Yes.
So you will then become eligible to lodge your EOI, ROI with the skill assessment of an accountant and working as a bookkeeper or an accounts payable. Same thing applies to the ACS skills, computer society. Someone tells me, hey, I've got an ICT business analyst, right? I'm not able to find a job, but I'm working as a computer technician or a support consultant. Are you available? The answer is yes. These 2 professions are skill level 2, but you're still entitled or able to lodge your EY, ROI working in the call center or a customer support in the ICT industry.
Yes.
Right. Again, truck driver, most of people ask, being a truck driver, delivery driver, am I eligible? Unfortunately not.
No.
That's a skill level 4, so you are not eligible. And I wish there was a way out for the truck drivers. Unfortunately, there is no way out. A cook, yeah, perfect. Cook is a skill level 3. So rather than a kitchen hand, if you could be designated as a cook,
Yes.
then yeah, perfect. Skill
So
level
guys,
3,
again,
you're eligible.
before you talk to your employers that change our designations, talk to your migration agent so that you get the right information. What will work for you, what will not work for you. So just go straight away to your employer and say, oh, this is my designation. Can you make it this? No, it should not be that way. You need to take a professional advice so that
Absolutely.
you are on a right track.
Perfect.
Next and very important question. Overview or a review about this migration year. Is it going to be a migrants year?
It is the year for the immigrants, Gitanjali, and Victoria has been so strict for all these last years, but now it's a great news. Let's say, I mean, without going into the politics of it, but Victoria has really become, easygoing and a bit laid back when it brings sponsorships.
Yes.
And moreover, we are advising our clients who had to move
And
over.
even if you're willing to move to regional, you can apply for 491.
And
अगर
darling,
ऐसा है तो मैं 491 लगाऊं, अगर आया तो मैं बेंडी को ट्रांसफर ले लूंगी.
Ruchi, do you mind? Yes,
Yeah, that's fine. Ruchi, I'm really sorry. We will take all your questions at the end of this webinar, okay?
yes.
So let's quickly wrap this up and then we'll get on to the questions.
Yes.
So a quick overview. Like the way I said, Victoria has been very lucky. The places allocated to Victoria for 190 and 9,000. As of September 2022, the data that we've got on the department's website, they have received 18,265 invites already.
Okay.
I mean, ROIs already.
Yes.
But the nominations that they have given as of September are only 1,173.
So it means there is still a lot.
A lot and a lot of hope.
Yes.
So guys, please make your way back to Victoria. I mean, if you meet the eligibility criteria, and then we can certainly help you out, or try to find a job first before you move over to Victoria. Okay. And again, applications refused are 82, and the same thing, people who claimed but not been able to substantiate those claims.
Yes.
So yeah, the department or the state has their application. Same thing with 491, 2,400 places were allocated to Victoria. 6,059 applications of ROIs received as of September. Nominations which have been handed out are only 112, of which 22 have been refused. So which means, again, a great scope for anyone who genuinely meets the criteria
Yes.
for 491 or 190.
My
Okay.
next question, if I apply 190, is it gonna take really long, as people were saying that it's like you're just sitting in the queue and there is no replies? So what's the processing time for 190 or 491?
Not anymore, luckily. 75% of the applications, they are done or given, what do you call it, outcome within 18 days. But 90% of the applications are determined within 32 days.
Oh,
So
that's still not, it's a really good time, actually.
Literally every month they are giving
Giving-
out nominations.
Yes.
Right? And the same goes for subclass 491, 75 applications within 22 days and 90% determined within 31 days. So roughly within a month, you will have your nomination. And if you're lucky, you would probably be a PR in no time.
Yes, so guys, this is your time to make your move. Don't keep sitting and thinking, I might be eligible for 189, 190, whatever you are eligible at the moment. Go for the professional advice from your migration agent so you don't regret later on that I might have made that decision at that point, or I have listened to Kunal and Gitanjali and things would have been different. So again,
Perfect.
Kunal, I got a question.
Excuse me.
Some of the individual circumstances.
Mm.
My last visa was refused or cancelled. Can I apply?
Okay. This is a very good question, Gitanjali, and we do get that question quite a lot. So short answer to that is no one shoe fits all,
Yes.
right? So, but if you want an answer, the answer to that is you can still be eligible, even if you are section 8 barred.
Oh,
You
that's
can
good,
still
yeah.
apply for 491 or 190 or even 189 if you are eligible, okay? So, yeah,
Next one, if I'm not sure, I'm working in, you, I think already answered my questions.
I've
You-
already advised.
Yes, he
Go
has
on
shared
to-
the website.
Yeah.
And otherwise, again, you can visit us and be able to happily advise you on your pathways.
Perfect.
I'm not sure if will be invited for 190 or 491. What should I do?
I would say gone are the days when you were not sure if it will be invited for 491 or 190. Right now is the time to take action.
Yes.
Let's just buckle up. As long as you've got a positive skill assessment, right? You are genuinely living and working in a regional area, definitely go with the regional area. You wouldn't even realize that 3 years would be up and then you'll be on your pathway to a PR, right? Whereas if you're working in a metropolitan, okay, skill level 1, 2, or 3, all the occupations are now treated equally.
Yes.
I know people are saying, oh, accountants, we have to move to South Australia or Perth and we're not getting invites. But guys, I have got clients who are getting invites being an accountant.
Yes.
And if you do ring us, we can't share the details because of confidentiality reasons, but we can assure you that the accountants are getting equally invites, maybe at a bit higher points, but it's not that they're not getting invites.
Yes.
Are getting as many invites as other
people
or other, professions.
Yes.
So it depends at the end of the day where what are you working on at the moment. Okay. But again, like the way I said, please book a consultation. We would be more than happy to assess your case on an individual basis and then plan a proper pathway for you towards your PR.
Now, Kunal, as I know you working in industry for long, got a lot of experience, some of the insights which might not everybody's happy to share with the clients because then they think, oh, they might do everything by themselves. They don't need agents.
That's right.
Yes.
Let's change over to the next slide.
Yes.
And then would be able to have a visibility of that as well.
Yes.
All right, guys, let's talk about the crucial points that we want you to take into consideration if you are even planning to do it on your own.
Yes.
I don't mind. These are my insights, and I would like my viewers to take something from today's webinar. So the first point, please do not overclaim the points, especially if you are not able to justify or substantiate them at a later stage. kindly do not. I'm begging of you not to, because I've seen lots of my clients wasting their opportunity. Do you know why? They overclaimed, and later on they're saying, they are arguing, oh, but we do have these many points. Why would state not be happy, or why are they not contradicting it? Because you never had those points. You thought in your head you did. And in excitement, you lodged it. Later on, you're not able to justify that. So what's going to happen? We would not recommend you to take your application any further, because then you would be barred, or you will be banned to apply another EOI for 6 months. So please do not get misled by that. If you have overclaimed points and you've got an invitation, kindly do not proceed any further and put in a new EOI. Okay. Secondly, most of the requirements, Gitanjali, need to be met at the time of EOI and not at the time of nomination invitation. Let me give you an example. I had a client. I was about to complete his 2 years of education, or a diploma, right? So the Australian study requirement, you know how you get 5 points. So he didn't finish, he didn't get the completion letter yet. He was 1 month away. And he lodged and he put in 5 points. Now he got an invitation. Do you think he'll now be able to approve or substantiate? No.
Yeah. That's
He's
a
saying,
misleading
"Oh,
information.
Why can I not? I'm about to finish in 2 weeks." Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
It has to be at the time of EOI. You need the points. Okay, so please be very mindful.
Yes.
This next thing, which I'm seeing lots of clients or people in the market struggling with, declaring your annual earnings at the time of ROI. People are not realizing you cannot claim more than 38 hours. Please claim more than 38 hours, right?
Otherwise, big
No
blunders.
working on the weekend, no extra time, no nothing, until and unless it's a regular occurrence. Yes, if you're working every Saturday, every Sunday, I can understand. But if you're working one off Saturday, Sunday, being paid 3 times, oh, this is going to rise my salary up to 150,000. Let me put that in. What would happen? It will be refused. I'm now dealing with lots of cases like that where people did it on their own. Oh, sorry, sir, we did it on our own. But 150, count it. I'm getting extra bonus. I'm getting the weekend allowance.
Yes. So
Please
no
do not
misleading
do that.
information.
Nextly, must understand what documents to include and which factors give your application the best chances of success. Again, we can always help you with this as to how do we present your case forward to the state, to the department. That's what matters the most. And last but not the least, guys, professional advice from a registered migration agent who are experts in the field of migration law is highly recommended. This is just one chance. Please do not mind your chances just to save a couple of $1,000s. Again, you can do it on your own, but you got to be very, very careful, and because one time you have made a boo-boo, there's no way going back. Okay, so please spend some time and go and speak to the people who are professionals and been dealing with it on a regular basis.
And I always tell to my clients that we always take recipes from mom, but we can never make the way because she got experience. It's the same for the migration agents. It looks very simple when you check on the website that, oh, this is easy steps, we can do it. But when you do even a small mistake, a small misleading information, they consider it as a fraud, and then you are in a big trouble, and then you'll be ending up paying a lot more to your lawyers, to your agents. Then it's good to have a professional advice in the beginning only, so that everything went smooth and you have no stress, because if something wrong, even you will be stressed. And then every night people tell us, oh, I'm not able to sleep now, this and that. So be careful in the beginning only, so that everything went well for you guys.
Perfect.
So I think we have covered a lot of things. Just to inform, I think I have read one of the messages that she's in Philippines. So just to inform everyone that we have our office in Melbourne. In Melbourne, we have 2 offices, CBD and Reservoir. Then we have our office in Sydney. We have office in Adelaide. Philippines, we got multiple locations. And then we have office in India. So you can contact any of our branch, and all our branches got migration agents. Contact our agents. They'll be able to assess your applications and guide you the right pathway. You are eligible for 190-491 or 189
Perfect.
and get the perfect advice so that you will get your dreams come true soon.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to us.
And
Time
now-
for the question answers. Let's get started.
So I'll
Hello.
please give me 1 minute because there are so many people who have.
Okay.
So I'll start reading from there.
Hello.
All right, guys, if you can all hear me, we're going to start reading out the questions in the chat box first. And once we are done with that, then we'll be more than happy to take your individual questions later on, okay? So please bear with us.
Damodar is asking, I'm a resident of Melbourne. For either of the visa before launching an application, is there a hard requirement to original, or can the application be launched once? So application can be launched first and then move once the visa has been granted.
No, the model doesn't work like that. As we have already covered, you must be living and working in a region. Okay, hope that helps. But if in case you need more and you want us to assess your case individually, please feel free to give us a call. The number is, I think Gitanjali, we have got a number on the screen.
Yes, I'll just, what I'll do, I'll just bring it on the side. Sorry guys, I'm not that great in IT. So just pay with me. That's our all offices details. So if you are looking for migration advice, call on the first number 7003-8216. Ask for Kunal's appointment and
We can
he'll
help
be
you
able
out.
to help you out.
Thank you.
Manpreet is asking, my question is according to NSW new rules, 53,000 income is from one job or it can be from more than one job?
Manpreet, unfortunately, it has to be from one job. So you need to have 52,000 from one job. You cannot club 2 or 3 different jobs to meet this income requirement.
Maria is asking, I'm a registered nurse working in private hospital. Can I apply with 60 points? I'm working permanent 30 hours a week.
That's a great profession, Marie. That's good that you got a registered nurse assessment. It's law, but please contact us so we can assess points again and advise you as to how to make them a bit better. Well, if you do, again, I need to go into the depth as to if you're working in a regional area or if you're working in metropolitan. If you are working in a regional, then you would, are you saying 60 including 15 or things like that? So please feel free to give me a call, Marie, and I want to discuss this further because just this info, unfortunately, I can't make out much out of it, yeah? Or you can talk to me now if you're still there.
Then we got a question from.
Hi,
Sorry. Hi, it's Marie. Yeah, I'm just in Melbourne, so I'm not in regional. Like I'm in like 60. I'm not 60 yet, as you said before, because I sent the text message before you explain it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not in regional.
Very.
So I have been working for 1 year already as permanent part-time, but yeah, it's just like because of a point.
Fantastic. So if you worked 1 year, you'll get 5 extra points for that. So hopefully your points would have gone up to 65.
I think I included the 5 points in it. So I will give you a call anyway. Yeah. So we can just like go, you know what I mean?
Feel free to give me a buzz and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, sir. Hello.
All right, let's jump on to the next question. Dhaval, we're not entertaining any questions yet. We are still reading out the questions in the chat box. So please bear with us.
Guys, I'm typing Kunal's email address so that in case you can't get hold of him on phone because we're getting a lot of invites. So then you can simply drop him an email and he can assist you.
That's fine. That's all right.
What's your email?
It's migration. It's not right. Yep, migration.
Sorry. Migration
@asiapacificgroup.com. So it's migration@asiapacificgroup.com, guys. So feel free to give me or drop an email and I'll be more than happy to help you in
Yes.
case we have missed anything for today.
Yeah, so if you feel like your question is not being answered, just drop in an email and Kunal can.
Perfect. Let's jump on to the
Sorry,
next
guys, people are
question.
still joining us, so I have to add them also, so they don't feel bad that we are not adding.
Let's move on to the next one.
Where we were. I think, yeah. So I'm taking Sachi's question. Hey, Kunal, could you please explain the requirements once we apply for 191 visa after completing 3 years under 491 regional visa? Do we need to do IELTS? What are the documents that need to be submitted with? I think
Such a too early, my dear,
Yeah.
to answer that question. Even the department has not declared what documents will be needed because this has not started yet. Mind you, it's only going to be launched as of 16th of November this year. So you are a bit too early. Good to see you being proactive, but please give us another month and we'll be able to tell you exactly what's required. Okay.
guys, just keep an eye on Facebook. We have regular sessions. Whenever any update comes, we'll put it on our Facebook. So you just go there and then to get the links and everything for our webinars.
Perfect.
And we are doing, like, whenever anything comes, we always do a webinar to inform all our clients that what's happening with the department.
All right.
How long it take to wait for the invitation and visa application, ma'am? Okay.
How long does it take for invitation? I think we've already covered. Within a month, you should get an invite sitting at good enough points. But then what are enough points, Jamar? We need to assess your individual circumstance, and then we would be able to tell you if those points, if you are going to get an invite. Let's go down. Let's probably read the questions.
Does international experience count towards gaining skill assessment? Also, do you need to be working in Victoria for a specific time frame?
Divine, thank you for your question. It depends what occupation are you in. First of all, when you say does international experience count, if it's a requirement of your skill assessment, then of course you need international experience. And if your skill assessing body does, accept your international experience, then you get extra points, right? So say, for example, if you've got an overseas experience, which has been assessed by your skill assessing body for 3 years, you get 5 points. If your overseas employment is assessed for 5 years, you get 10, and 8 years, 15 maximum. So please feel free to give us a buzz and we can tell you exactly how much where you.
Bhumi, we really appreciate that, your kind words. My question is, I got positive skill assessment in electronic engineering, but I have completed my PY in IT. Can I claim these points while I lodge my application on based of electronic engineering?
Of course you can, Bhumi, and that's a very, very good profession. Do you remember if you heard me, or I did mention a client who got her invite at just 90 points? Well, luckily her profession is electronics engineer. So I know from there that electronics engineers are in demand. And even if they do not have a job, the department is still inviting them on around 90 to 95 points. So Bhumi, please tell me or give me a call and discuss your points with me. And then hopefully we might be able to get you your PR sooner than later.
Sure. Thank you so much for this information.
Oh, you're welcome. And Bhumi, we are looking forward to see you at our office.
Yeah, sure. Even I get in touch with someone, even I don't know the name, but yes, I got his email. So yeah, from same like Asia Pacific, but he might be from Sydney. So I'm not well, like.
No worries. If
That's
you are
okay.
in Sydney, feel free to contact the Sydney office. So
Yeah.
I'm in Melbourne, but the guy whom I had a talk, he's from Sydney, maybe.
That's okay. Feel free to message us or email us. We will be glad to assist you, darling.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Jamar got one more question.
Jamar?
I know Jamar, yeah. I'm living in Geelong, working in Geelong area as well.
Fantastic, Gemma. That is quite good. So that means you might be, meeting the eligibility criteria for a 491. So the next thing, there are lots of things I need to see as to what's your occupation, what are you doing, how many points. So kindly give me a buzz and I will be able to assess your circumstances and then make a pathway for you, okay?
Gemma, you need to visit us again.
What is skill level 1, 2, and 3, please?
Hello, I just have a quick question.
Or who's this?
Yes, I just want to know the name of the website. Is it abs.gov.au?
That is correct.
A for Alpha, B for boy, S for Sam.
That is right.
Yeah, it shows here Australian Bureau of Statistics. Is that correct?
Yep,
Yes.
that's it. So you need to
And
look
then
code. Yep.
I'm not sure.
And it will tell you what profession or what skill level 1, 2, or 3 professions sit under.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Okay, project is if I'm living.
Sir, what about the requirement of the metal fabrication? 75 points.
Dhaval, I'm sorry, my dear, like the way we said, we are reading out the questions in the chat box first, so we'll attend to yours soon.
If I'm living and working in NSW, and can I still apply for 190 Victoria?
Unfortunately, Prajit, we do not encourage you to do so. Yes, you can apply, but if you don't meet the eligibility criteria, your ROI, EOI will be in the system forever, and you would not get an invite. So Victoria wants the people to be loyal to them, and yeah, we're working in the same state.
I think,
Kunal, this is Prajit again.
yes,
Based on that question, I have another. So suppose my client is both in Sydney as well as in Melbourne, will that be possible?
If you're sorry, what is?
So I am working for a consultancy,
Right.
and the client is Foxtel. So
Okay.
my client is both in Sydney as well as in Melbourne.
Okay.
So
Now,
will that count as working for Victoria?
Like the way I said, we want you to be living and working in Victoria.
Okay. Okay.
And working, both the requirements needs to be met. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Fantastic.
and as you said, you are in Philippines. We have shared the address for our Philippine office. Contact our team, and they will be able to assist you with your all migration queries. Okay, Tejal is asking, hey, what are the chances of accountants in Victoria for 190 and 491? For your information, I'm offshore. Currently, I have only applied for Victoria 190.
Tejal, if you're offshore, well, for the accountants, I must say that around 100 to 105 points is at least what we need for you to get an invite being an accountant. Right, but again, you can ring our India office and they'll be more than happy to help you out.
Yes, we do have an office in Chandigarh. Address is shared. Do contact them, they'll assist you. Pankush is asking, painting and decorating left with only job ready. Which state to begin in for 190? Left with 2.5 hours of
He's
hours
saying
of
that
TR.
he's doing JRP, I believe. Is that what you mean, Pankush? So you've got 2.5 hours left for JRP. So then you'd be able to do an assessment for a painter. Is that right?
Yes, I am just left with job ready program. I have yet to start that, but my TR is pending for 2.5 years. I'm having TR more for 2.5 years. So shall I remain in Victoria or move to Adelaide, for instance, to do my job ready?
Notice that Victoria is quite hot at the moment, so please stick to what you're doing. You're on the right pathway. And in order to discuss further, as I said, please feel free to give me a call and I'll be more than happy to have a complimentary chat with you about this, okay?
Sure, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Pankush. We are looking forward to see you and have you with us.
Yes, ma'am, you remember me. I'm security guard for a building as well.
Oh yes, we
Yes,
remember you.
we remember you. Looking forward to see you. Thank you. I'm working in Melbourne, but I heard you said that you can apply for 491 if you're willing to move. Does that mean I can apply for 190 and 491 both? Because I can move regional and my company is okay to transfer me.
Yeah, by all means. If you are living and working in a regional, yes, of course you can apply. What we can do when we lodge your EOI, we can always select all these GSM visas, like we can tick 190, 491, 189. And then based on that, let's see as to what the state is happy to offer you. If they give you an invite for one first, we can go ahead with that. If you are easygoing and you don't really mind going down the pathway of regional visa leading to a PR, by all means, Ruchi, we can do 491 and then you can apply for 191.
But I'm actually living in Melbourne. I'm not living in regional at the moment, but I can move. So, like, can I still apply for 491 and then move? How is that?
No. Like the way I said, must be living and working in a regional area.
Okay, okay. And if I move now, because I am in the process of, I've applied for my skill assessment and I'm waiting for the result. So if I move now and then, like, is there a minimum time that I need to live in regional?
4 weeks pay slip is what we need. So if
Okay.
you're in the regional, 4 weeks of pay, we'll get the job done.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem.
Nikhil, Cody, you guys are asking, guys are asking about the level. I think Kunal has already shared the website.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Nikhil, business analyst, falls in skill level 1 on top of my head, so you'll be fine.
Days, hello, what was the name of the website?
So, Cody, level 1, software developer, level 1.
I think Des, we had a word, we had already done.
Des, it's abs.gov.au. That's the name of the website. So please go in and check your end skill level.
Ankit is
there.
asking, I'm working as a chef. I'm currently sitting at 80 points. Any hope for 190, or should I apply for 491 nomination?
Absolutely. Well, when you say 80 points, are you saying 80 plus 5? So if you're saying 85 plus 5, Ankit, there's definitely a hope for your Victoria 190. Please feel free to give me a call and I'll be more than happy to take it from there.
Thank you, sir.
No problem at all. Jamar, I'm working as a chef and I already applied for my ROI. How long it will take to wait? You could be working for probably 2 years, Jamar, who knows? Looking at your personal, I would only get to know once you give me a call, discuss your circumstances. There are lots of other factors we need to consider before I get you an answer to your question. Okay, so kindly give me a call like the way I said earlier, and I'll be more than happy to discuss it over the phone with you. All right, let's move on to the next one.
I think we have already had a word with Prajit.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then Ankit. Okay, what are the chances for ICT security specialist on 100 points and computer network professional on 95? Which one?
Okay, well, ICT security specialist is very good. For 100 points, I'm very hopeful and positive that you will get a nomination invite. So please stick to that one.
Jamer is saying, I was planning to apply for 491, but still waiting for ROI.
That's fine. I think we've discussed with him, so he'll give us a call.
And then we got Tachani. What kind of skill migration visa will be suitable for Malaysian who want to start a cafe as business owner and also work in my own cafe in Sydney?
So, all right. So before we go any further, sorry, what's the name again? Can you go up? Tatsiani,
Yes.
That's a totally different subclass of visa. I would prefer not to discuss it here. That's a business visa. Please feel free to give me a call and I'm happy to discuss it with you. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm a Malaysian. Can I apply for directly? My qualification is only high school.
Unfortunately, not Titan.
Yeah. Do apologize. And then Ahesa in 485 visa, I did civil engineering. Can I get my PR from Melbourne?
Chatra Jasing, a very good profession. Civil engineering is in demand. We need to figure out what's your GSM points. How many points are you sitting at before I give you an answer of yes or no? So please feel free to give me a call and I'll be happy to help. Okay.
Anna, I like your question. Where can I see a good consultation? You can see at room 202, 2/F, AFP MBI building, block 36, lot 26 and 29 Biani Road, Western Metro Manila, Philippines. That's where we are in Philippines. You're welcome, darling. I did MPA, but working in skill level 3 job, not as an accountant. Second point, how the situation may affect my skill assessment. Third question, if I move from NSW to Victoria and working.
All right. Let's tackle it one by one.
Yeah.
Can you kindly move it a little bit up? So did MPA, but working in skill level 3 job, not as an accountant. How does this situation affect my skill assessment? I'm not sure, Peldon, if you've already got a skill assessment or not, because with an MPA, I believe Masters in Professional Accounting, the requirement for a skill assessment is either you need to have 1 year experience, Masters of Professional Accounting, maybe not. Maybe you just, I think you could get a positive skill assessment without professional year anyway, can't you? Yeah, so you can get a skill assessment from CPA if you've done MPA, that's not a problem. And it's the answer to your question is it's not going to impact or affect your skill assessment. Suppose if I move from New South Wales to Victoria and working from home for the employer from New South Wales, will the income test Can I please get you to give me a call? It will be a bit unfair if we go through all these
Yeah,
questions.
because it's gonna be a lot.
They're quite a lot, so I apologize, but please give me a call and I'll be more than happy.
Okay, just what is the skill level for purchasing officer?
I don't remember on top of my head, my dear, but like the way go on to
Okay.
ABM.gov.au and kindly have a look.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Karishma, what is the procedure to switch agent? I have applied 190, haven't got any response. It's been a month.
Karishma, I wouldn't say that should not be the driving factor for you to change agents. I believe your agent would be doing quite a good job for you. So please have a chat to them and find out. We would not encourage change agents if this is the only driving factor for you to leave him.
No. It's sorry. Can I say that?
Yes.
Actually, with my current agent, what's happening is I don't want to disclose any names or something, but I'm just not getting any updates from them. So every time I'm receiving some emails, but they're not able to keep me updated with anything.
Thank you for being ethical. Let's just take it up on a different channel. Give me a call and we'll discuss it there, okay?
Yeah, sure. And is it normal, like if it's taking more than a month for any invites?
That is normal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all good. Maybe I'll just give you a call separately. Thank you.
Thank you, Karishma. Okay, Bhumi got another question. She said count including super or excluding super.
Hi, one more question. Can we count including super or no? We're not counting super, Bhumi. We are counting the total gross annual income. So without the super and prior to the tax. Hope that helps.
Yeah, that's how. Thank you so much.
I've got a question. I'm working as an independent contractor for a company based in Sydney Metro, experience 1+, software developer living in regional Victoria. Can I still get Victoria State nomination for 491? If I can, I get on payroll with the same company. Will that change anything for my application?
What's the name?
Pranav.
Pranav, the requirement living and working in regional Victoria for a regional employer. Now, there are lots that we need to look into because it seems like a bit daunting task for you to change the, I would recommend Pranav, give me a call.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a hasty decision and say if it's okay, if it's not okay. Yes. Give me a call. I want to study in depth and then discuss it with you as to what's the way out that we can achieve your 491 Victoria.
Is
Yeah.
my point. Thank you. Yes, Maria, it is. Ritika Chaudhary, can we get a recording of this session? Unfortunately, there is no recording of this session, but yes, you have the live humans here. So just feel free to call us, have a walk-in, come book an appointment with Kunal. He'll be more than happy to answer all your concerns. And yes, we are always here to help you. Just feel free to visit us.
Thank you.
Prajit, can I still apply for one? I think Prajit, we already had a discussion. Yes. I have a diploma in early childhood education and bachelor in human community service. Which one do you think is better? Apply on it and can apply for social worker and what English?
Well, I would recommend for the graduate diploma for early childhood, you require 7, 7, 8, 8 in IELTS academic, 7 in reading, writing, 8 in listening and speaking. So if you can come up with those, definitely go with the graduate diploma in early childhood. Whereas for the community service, I think that would be a community worker or a social worker.
Have you done this or you want to do this?
She's saying I have a diploma in early childhood
and bachelor in human community service. Which one do you think is better to apply upon?
I would recommend stick to, if you can meet the English requirements for a graduate diploma in early childhood, that's by far one of the education or the career pathway as well. But if you can get a investment in social work, that is equally good. So much of a muchness, you will have to make that call.
Or you might come and see him and then discuss in detail about the content, and then we can see which occupation would be better for you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we had a word up with Sachi already. Then Rishabh, I have applied for skill assessment for sports admin. Just the waiting results. I do meet the rest of the criteria.
What's the name? Rishabh, it's a fairly interesting question, Nadia, but I'm afraid we're going to run short on time.
Yeah.
You will give me a call and I'll be more than happy to take it from there. Okay. I'm happy to do a complimentary consultation for you as well. All right. Let's just knock off as many as we can. We'll probably take, guys, the session was only from 5, so we'll try to wrap up as much as we can. And if there is anything that we're not able to touch, kindly feel free to give me a call and I'm more than happy to help you with a complimentary consultation over the phone.
Or we can have another session.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that, but again, I'm happy to,
Yes.
rather than them listening to the whole story again, I'm happy to
Yes.
do it over the phone. So feel free to give me a call.
And I'll be sharing his email address again. So in case if somebody has missed it, I'll take the next question.
Yeah, let's spend another 5 minutes and then hopefully we'll be wrapping up.
Okay, so also if you're doing Uber part-time and you have a full-time field job in ROI, would you only put full-time job salary? Or the...
You cannot include your Uber salary side. You can only include the salary that you are making by working in a skill level 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, sorry, I have another question because my question was skipped, I guess. Go to my question.
I'll get you to yeah, leave it for next time because we need to be doing fair to other people as well who have requested or asked this question. So
Yeah, but my question wasn't answered.
Yeah. Hi, is there
Okay,
another-
fine. Then.
Sorry about that, Said. Is it tax for applying 190 or 29? Tax for applying for? Absolutely, Muhammad. You need to be paying taxes. So you need to be on the payroll on TFN or on ABN, and you need to be paying taxes.
I got PT invite for Victoria September on, but I withdraw it at that time. Now I have submitted my second ROI for
Let's
engineering
just-
technologies.
Student, please feel free to give me a buzz and I'll be more than happy to help.
Guys, we really need to wrap it up. Please email him all his concerns, your concerns, and we will be glad to assist you.
Yeah.
We do apologize because the time is just going a bit ahead and we'll be having another session soon. But meanwhile, email migration@asiapacific.com. And
One quick question. Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah, sure.
yes,
Sure.
I have heard like many people who are getting invites of 189 on 65 points. Is it true for the civil engineer? I've heard.
That is not true, unfortunately. I wish
Okay.
it was true because I've got lots of clients waiting, but unfortunately, that is not the case.
No, this is the news. It was like spreading so much. People are getting invites on 189 and 65.
one and then the one friend and then he tells to other friend and then he tells to other friend.
It spreads like wildfire, but unfortunately, these are
Yeah.
there's no truth behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we can probably just go down.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Most welcome.
I'm registered physiotherapist in Philippines.
iPhone, kindly give me a call and I'll be more than happy, or ring your local office in Philippines and they'll be able to help you out.
Yes. And thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Really. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank
and
you
we
so
will
much.
speak to you shortly.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.